Hey, what's going on, guys? Ryan Sprague here from the Somewhere in the Skies podcast, and we have a very special video for you today. Today, I'm going to be covering my top 5 favorite alien abduction documentaries. Now, there are endless documentaries out there that cover the very controversial topic of alien abductions, but a lot of them are just really bad. A lot of them seem to exploit these people who have had these experiences, and that's not what these ones are about. These are the ones that I feel are very credible, that really put the person up front and show that no matter what is happening to these people, if they actually were kidnapped by aliens or not, that there's a human, there's a person behind that experience, and that has a very dramatic aftermath for them as well. How do they integrate these often traumatic experiences into their lives? You know, it can be a communion of sorts for a lot of these people when it comes to their previous belief system and this new paradigm shift in their lives. Will it happen again? What actually happened? Will people believe me or not? There are so many struggles that come with being an experiencer or a quote-unquote abductee. So for me, these are the top 5 documentaries that really get to the human side of a lot of these things, and I thought that was most important. So I know my list is going to vary greatly from yours out there. Our opinions will be very different on if you even like these films that I talk about or not, but I want to know your favorite alien abduction documentaries as well. Put them in the comments below. Let me know what you think of my list. And yeah, I hope you will check these ones out and let me know what you think of my top 5 alien abduction documentaries. So, without further ado, let's get to number 5. Number 5 is a film called Otherworldly Amor from 2019 from director Nomar Slavik. Otherworldly Amor is a short film that follows a couple from southern Maine, Shauna and Josh, as they struggle with experiencing ongoing UFO activity above their home and close encounters inside their home. Otherworldly Amor is a story about love, support, and the unexplained. While many people feel alone or are alone when they have these types of experiences, the film asks you to imagine if you had a partner or a best friend to hold your hand and experience these profound, scary moments with you. The short film explores the experiences of individuals who have faced the unknown head on together. This film for me really highlights why it's important to have a supportive partner or friend or researcher who can kind of take some of that weight off of you, no matter what happened. Now, it's not so much about influencing the thoughts and theories and opinions of the actual individual who experienced it, but just being there, just listening. And that's what this couple do in this short film, Otherworldly Amor. Nomar Slavik does a wonderful job of putting a microscope on this couple, which then zooms out and makes us, again, truly ask, what if we were in their shoes? What if we were in their home when this happened? How would this change us? How would it affect our relationship with that individual and our friends, our family, our communities? So it is a short film, but it definitely packs a big emotional punch. Our next film comes from 2015, and it is titled Travis, The True Story of Travis Walton. Directed by Jennifer Stein, Travis, The True Story of Travis Walton covers the 1975 alien abduction case of Travis Walton, which inspired the 1993 film Fire in the Sky. However, Walton himself has made it very clear how much the movie differs from the actual events. So this documentary sets the record straight by interviewing almost all of the witnesses involved and the lasting impact the event had on their lives. You'll see some familiar faces in this one, including Richard Dolan, Stanton Friedman, James Fox, Ben Hansen, Kathleen Martin, and Peter Robbins. What I think this documentary does best is it gives us the accurate story of Travis Walton from his mouth and his eyes and his thoughts and his theories. And it's rare that we get that opportunity when it comes to a fictionalized movie being made about actual events. And, we really get the aftermath of what happened to all of the witnesses of the Travis Walton incident. This affected not just Travis, but all of the men who witnessed what happened that night. No matter what happened that night, it changed all of them forever. And that's truly what this documentary does best. Next up on our list is a film from 2017, and this one really tugged at my heartstrings. It's called Love and Saucers. Directed by Brad Abrahams, Love and Saucers is a unique documentary. It explores the experiences of David Huggins, a middle aged man living in Hoboken, New Jersey, who claims to have had lifelong encounters with ET beings, including both a romantic and sexual relationship with an alien entity named Crescent. In this controversial film, David Huggins says he lost his virginity to an alien when he was 17 years old. He describes these experiences in vivid detail and has documented them through hundreds of colorful paintings that depict his encounters. These paintings are so eerie and dreamlike, and whether or not one believes the story, the paintings provide a fascinating window into his psyche and serve as a form of self expression. Huggins comes across as just such a nice guy in this movie. Little lonely, but I guess we all are in our own ways. And maybe this is just his way of coping with that. Or maybe it's all true. I can't recommend this film enough, even just to see these beautiful paintings that he has created in his mind, allegedly from these actual events. So, again, Love and Saucers is a unique one, and it's one you definitely need to check out. Next up on our list from 2022 is the film Ariel Phenomenon. Directed by Randall Nickerson, Ariel Phenomenon focuses on the 1994 Ariel School incident in Rua, Zimbabwe, where over 60 school children claim to have witnessed a landed craft and alien beings in broad daylight. The film covers the case from the very start, and then follows several of the witnesses and where they stand on it today. It highlights how deeply the experience has affected these people's lives, with some of them struggling to reconcile with what they saw. The film also features Dr. John E. Mack, the Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winning author, who actually went to Zimbabwe to interview the school children and came out on the other side truly believing that something extraordinary happened to these kids. This really is an emotional film, and in documenting the lives of these individuals decades later at this point, it is more human than any other film could possibly be, and really shows what can happen to people after these events, how it can change their lives, both for good and sometimes for bad. No matter what, I truly do believe that this will go down as one of the best UFO documentaries in history, covering one of the most well documented and most profound alien abduction cases ever on record. And our last film we're going to cover today, guys, my most favorite alien abduction documentary of all time is a film called Witness to Another World. Witness to Another World from 2018, directed by Alan Stevelman, follows the extraordinary story of Juan Pérez, a lonely farmer in Argentina who claims to have had a close encounter with a UFO as a child. Juan Pérez was only 12 years old when he encountered a mysterious craft while riding his horse in the countryside of Argentina. The experience left him deeply affected, and for decades he struggled with feelings of isolation, fear, and confusion. Now an adult, Perez has largely withdrawn from society, living a simple and reclusive life. One of the film's most fascinating elements is its exploration of indigenous wisdom and shamanic traditions. As part of his journey, Perez is introduced to Guarani shamans, who provide a spiritual perspective on his experiences. This inclusion of indigenous beliefs adds a very unique and profound layer to the film, offering alternate ways of understanding what may have happened to Perez. And by incorporating these indigenous viewpoints, Witness to Another World stands out from all other UFO documentaries. Visually, this film is stunning. I cannot even express the amount of care and empathy that went both into the story of Juan Perez and the interpretation by the filmmaker in bringing that to life for us, whether it's through digital effects, reenactments, or just these unbelievably beautiful landscape shots of Argentina and the countryside. So Alan Stevelman did something in the, I guess, the facet of alien abduction documentaries that few filmmakers have. And that's to create a story that completely transcends the alien abduction phenomenon and brings something truly, truly unique to documentary filmmaking in general. It just so happens to be about someone who had a close encounter with a UFO. So there you go, guys. These were my top 5 favorite alien abduction documentaries. Again, let me know in the comments below what you thought of my list. I want to hear which alien abduction documentaries you like and everything in between. I'm hoping to do more videos like this for you guys in the future, some top 5 lists, stuff like that. But for now, this was such a blast to put together for you guys. It was also very rewarding to revisit a lot of these documentaries that I haven't seen in a couple years. So I think it's always worth going back because you will always find new things to glean from rewatching these things. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a few tiny answers to what may be going on somewhere in our skies and obviously somewhere on the ground with these phenomena and these people who have experienced these things. So, yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're not already. And I look forward to doing more of these videos with you guys in the very near future. So remember, keep your feet on the ground, but never stop searching somewhere in the skies.